Yo, Fizzy, you up, bro?
Yeah, Breeze was good, man. Talk to me.
Yo, check me out. I know you be doing your thing with the technical stuff, filming and all that, but I got it. I got it back.
What you talking about?
Remember that broken drive?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I am your host, Physic. Alongside with me is my brother.
Breeze.
What's good, my brother? Yo, go ahead and drop your little, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? How y'all doing? This Breeze right now. Breeze is Breez. Breezishiphop. Breeze is hip hop on all DSPs.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have a special segment. You know, this right here is a little something that my brother and I felt like, you know, we always talking on the phone. We always, you know what I mean, politicking and, you know what I mean, doing a lot of shit together. And we was like, man, we always talking all this madness, man. Like, why don't we just do a little something? So ladies and gentlemen, I present to y'all Talking Madness. And once again, I'm your host, Physic. You can follow me at Physic Vision on all platforms and Physicmusic and all DSPs, you know. But you know, the reason why we brought this together, first and foremost, you know, we have an album, we have a record together, a bunch of records together, and you know, we decided like, yo, let's speak about this. Let's give people more context of where this project came from, you know, of who we are, you know, and let's do a little twist. But doing that, you know, we also figure, yo, why don't we just continue doing something and let's do something for the people, do something for ourselves, for the culture. So that's what we're gonna be providing in this show. We're just gonna be speaking of culture, you know, about ourselves, about what we our entertainment, what we like, you know, music, sports, and you know what I'm saying, all that. You feel me? So, you know,
So
Breeze, I
basically,
got my brother in this bitch. So what's good, my brother? Talk to the people, man.
yeah. Basically, what we're doing, we're going to introduce y'all to what's already out right now. As you probably know or don't know, most likely don't know, but we came out with the Broken Drive September 30th, 2024. So it's been about maybe 2.5 weeks, about 3 weeks or whatnot since it's been out.
Nah,
But
it's
we
about
want
it's
to.
almost it's been out for a month and a week.
Oh, really?
Been out for a month and a week, you know what I mean? But we still pushing content, you know what I mean? You got to keep pushing. But go ahead, my brother.
Okay. So yeah, we dropped that. And what we want to do is we want to go, song by song, track by track to basically give y'all like an insight of what each record meant to us and how we came up with the record and things like that. So let's do it. First record,
Facts. No,
The
hold on, real
Return.
quick. Before we even talk about the first record, man, let's just talk about the whole album as a whole. You know, this
All right.
album was something that we created from around 2012 to about 2015, around that time. And, you know, we made a whole bunch of records at this time. I'm talking 50, 60 records. We was just putting in work. At the time, Breeze was staying at my crib, you know, so we was working every night consistently. But all of a sudden, we had this hard drive, we had this computer, whole shit crashed, gone. And I'm talking this shit RIP'd back in like 2015. So, you know, I'm thinking music is done, this project done, you know, Breeze doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. And so I didn't even believe or even think about this shit. Come 2024, pause, Breeze hit me up talking about,
I found it. I found what we have. I found it. I found the Broken Drive.
and it was crazy because just one day to the next just starts texting me of all these songs, bro. All these songs that we had. And I'm talking we had a bunch. And only 8 made the project. But you know, when I
So
first got the records, bro, I'm listening to these songs and it's starting to bring this feeling back of back in the, you know, 2012, 2015. It's bringing back this vibe, you know what I'm saying? Shit that's missing. And it just kind of hit me and it just kind of made sense. I'm like, yo, why don't we just get these songs together and why don't we just put them together? You know, but go ahead, Breeze, break down the story of how you got this drive, how you found it, you know, and how we are here where we are now today.
So basically, like Physic was saying, and I wanted to say that anybody who's doing music know that you gotta have a backup. Gotta have a back. Anybody knowing music, you gotta have a backup drive. You gotta have whether it's 100 gigs, a terabyte, anything like that. You want to have that backup music so anything can happen. But we had that. but that crashed. So you can only imagine how, as a musician or whatnot, you put in all this work, you put in all this effort to finally be at a situation where you don't have the music you put your blood, sweat, and tears into. So that's pretty much where we was at. But anyway, I found the drive that we had, and I had to connect that fixes drives and stuff like that. And basically, he fixed it, and I went to Physic because I pretty much had the music that we had previously or whatnot that we thought was lost from 2012 to 2015. So I call him. He's like, I'm like, yo, I got it. I'm like, all hype and stuff like that. He's like, yo, what you talking about, Breeze? What you talking about? And I'm like, man, look, I got it. I got the broken drive. He's like, oh snap, like the songs we did back in the day. I'm like, yeah. So what we did was we compiled all those songs that we had did, and we made what you hear today, or what you can get on all DSPs, Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, all of that.
Yeah, the broken
And
drive, and so like to me it made sense. Like I said, man, it just made sense. The broken drive, and that's even why we named this shit, because that's literally where this music came from. This music, we thought this shit was done, man. You know what I'm saying? I went on, continued. I dropped, shout out to Bad Abstract, my brother Jose Nova. We dropped Abstract Planet. I went and dropped The Professional, and then I went and started my videography life. And it's just how crazy how like shit just transcended, but was with everything come back full circle, you know what I'm saying? And so yeah, man, my brother hits me. I'm like, bro, it just makes sense. I think I just hit you one day to the next, and I might have even just sent you the cover, like, yo, look, broken drive, bro. Look, why don't we just do this? You know what I'm saying?
and everything just built like from then on, like the trailers, the cover art, the lyric videos that you're gonna get pretty soon or whatever, the actual videos you're gonna get pretty soon.
Yep.
Just wait
Yeah,
on it.
we definitely got some more stuff, because it's just not we just release an album, put these records out now. We're gonna give you our backstories to the whole thing, to the whole project, which is essentially why we here and why y'all tuning in with us. Let's go down and let's run through this whole list, man.
All
The
right.
Return, the first single, first, song of the album.
So
Give us your
basically,
take, Bree.
here's my take on it. And like you pop in the broken drive, right? Well, you don't pop it in because that's back in the day. I'm showing my age, but anyway, like you push play on the broken drive, and you hear this like little eerie sound, like or whatnot, like kind of like a flute or like an organ or something like that. But you hear this eerie sound, and the first thing you hear is after the bass drops, it's the return of the breeze, and it's the return of the physic. It's the return of physic. And basically, what I wanted to do was I wanted to cater to everybody who even knew we did music in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody who knows us from like different groups and duos and things like that. Like we wanted to cater to them. Like it's the return of us. Like everybody who knew us, this is what we're doing. But also we know it's an introduction to new fans, introduction to new people who probably never heard us before, and we just wanted to cater to those demographics and whatnot. And like pretty much like I've been going through things, Fizz has been going through things, everybody in the world is going through things. So first thing you hear is I never thought I would have to make a comeback. Like, it's the comeback it's the comeback of me actually getting back into this music thing, because the things I was going through, which you can hear it in the music, I didn't think I was gonna do music anymore. And Fizz, you can attest to that. How you feel about it?
Even like my first bars, you know what I mean? Welcome back, Mr. Physic, aka the game to miss them. Been up out of the league, but with this beat of reignition, and it's kind of like just those couple bars right there kind of give you a rundown already. I miss the game. I miss being in this art form. I miss, being who I am and getting to this music, and that's how first line what I hit. Been up out of the league, but with this beat of reignition, if you know my story, you know that I was in the industry for 3 years, filming as a videographer, and I put in heavy work, heavy grind, worked with a lot of great artists, and I'm really fortunate for that opportunity. Um, but I had to step back, get my life together, get my situation right. But now that I'm in a better situation, it's what it is. get that reignition, keep going, you know. So like you said, man, to me this was a welcome back to all the people who know us, who are our true fans, organic fans. But this is also, you know, like an introduction to the new people. Give y'all a new taste, a new vibe, a new sound, you know. Or if it's not even a new sound, it's a sound that you might have missed, that you might have not heard for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But that's
So
definitely one of my favorite records on
mhm.
the. You know what I'm saying? As soon as that beat come on, bro, that shit just hits different. You know what I'm saying?
It takes you back to a place, or it rejuvenates you to something fresh. You know, so that's you get either or both, or maybe even both.
A fact, bro. And both, man. Just like the next record, right, left. You know what I'm saying? Right, left. It's the second song of the project. You
So
know,
pretty much,
self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying? Self-explanatory. You know, we got a funny story about this thing, right? I remember we recorded the whole record, whatever. But we went back to do the intro, right? So the beat comes on. Beat gives you like a little to me it felt like I was like in a trance, right? Pause. So like I'm in like a different, you know what I mean? Comes on, and then and then like I'm like, yo, where we at, son? You know what I mean? That's like how I started. I'm like, yo, where we at, son? Like, damn, they coming closer. She puts it to the right, to the left. Joint coming closer. If you can see it from the front, you already know. Coming to the right, to the left. Damn, you know what I'm saying? When I say that,
said,
Say,
God,
God dang.
you know what I mean? We we
So
we
so
did
like,
a funny take on that, man, and Breeze started busting out laughing. You know, it just some unexpected shit, man. But
and we had to actually keep that audio or whatnot in the song. So if you can listen like closely after Physic gives that introduction, you actually hear me bust out laughing or whatever right before the chorus comes in. So after he says, God dang, and then I start laughing, and then the beat drops and the chorus comes in. So just take a listen to that. That's a little quick little caveat to the
and
situation.
that was just like a fun record. You know, that you could tell just from the intro, it's a fun record. We having fun while we making it. You know, it's a self-explanatory, right, left. You know, when we making these records not just for hip hop fans. You know, we trying to make records for everybody to indulge and everybody to have fun. And this was a feel good record. You know, for the ladies. What's your take on right left, my brother?
Yeah, like pretty much like we want movement or whatever, what I mean, you want movement from the ladies or whatnot, you know what I'm saying. And the thing is, like, I haven't been to the club in a while, but I can pretty imagine that everybody's on their phone now. People are like, on the walls or whatever, scared to, like, indulge or whatnot. So it's
Like
like,
when we was coming up, huh?
nah. So it's like, so basically what we have to do, we have to give y'all instructions. So move it to the right, move it to the left or whatnot, you know what I mean. Self-explanatory, y'all know what it is.
Yeah, nah, that was a fun record, man. Fun record. You know, make sure y'all check that joint out. You know, but moving along to third song, which is probably my favorite. You know, top favorite song in this whole project, In the Ghetto. Go and break down In the Ghetto for us, man, because
all right.
In the ghetto. Before my bad, real quick. Let me say this.
Mhm.
In the Ghetto is one of those beats. You know, that you don't touch. You feel me? I've always been a firm believer of there's certain beats that you just do not touch. You know, if you don't know what In the Ghetto is, or the beat, the origin of this beat, just that 7 minute freestyle, Jay-Z and Big L. You know, if you ain't never heard, if you're not a hip hop historian, or you just a youngin' trying to get in tune, go and listen to the 7 minute freestyle, Jay-Z and Big L. And that's the origins of this beat. Now, Breeze, go on and break down this beat, because you was the one that actually wrote this record first and brought it to me, bro. So, like, what was the origins of this record for you, my brother?
Well, I'm a big movie buff, especially like back in like the '90s and stuff like that. Like that whole Renaissance or whatever, that when like just great movies was coming out. And I actually was looking at Losing Isaiah with no Halle Berry, and that kind of sparked something in me or whatever to start this record or whatnot. Like, I want to look at something from the female's perspective, a woman who actually carried a child or whatnot and gave birth to a child and has to raise that child, but doesn't have the means to raise that child. So next thing you know, got to send them to the orphanage or whatnot. Well, how does a woman feel when she does something like that? You know, so like you hear it in the beginning. You know, her name was unfortunate. Couldn't have paid for a child. Sent it to the orphanage. Awful this what awful get. Started off up in the hood, a little hustling. Need a little bit more cash. She doing something. So it's like she's doing something. Like, you know, it can be whatever you think it is or whatnot. Whether it's prostitution, whether it's like selling drugs, whether it's anything or whatnot. It can be anything. So I just want to open that up. Or whatnot, and in the ghetto, it's people who are in the inner city, like, you know, disenfranchised areas or whatnot, that people have to look into or whatnot, you know what I mean, and probably, you know, look at it from their perspective.
I felt like to me it was one of those type of records like back in the day, right? When we listened to NWA and Public Enemy, you know, they speaking about what's in their environment, you know, and to me that was one of those records that even though I stepped out of the box and my verse was about a baby, a crack baby still inside his mother's stomach. You know, to me, it brought enlightenment to shit that goes on in the hood and on a regular basis that might not be spotlighted. You know, so that's why that record means a lot to me. It also brought it back to the essence of the OGs, and I felt like we paid true homage to that record. I never heard anybody say anything bad about that record, bro. You know, we did our thing. We spoke about real stories, real things. You know, and just really gave a vivid picture, a vivid description for those of people that might not know what really goes on. Like I said, bro, was a record nobody's ever said nothing bad about, man. Like one of my favorite records, hands down, you know. So I enjoy that record. Every time I hear that record, man, even though Big L and Jay-Z did justice, we did just as much justice, man. But definitely pay homage to you know, the legends. You know what I'm saying? That's one of your top three, bro. That's one of my top three. I'm gonna keep it a stack
Top three on the Broken Drive, of
on the Broken
course,
Drive. Yeah, on
of
the Broken
course, of
Drive
course, of
in the
course.
ghetto, and then matter of fact, let me relax for a second because I'm about to speak about another one of my favorite records.
Let me kick my feet up on that.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, relax, man. I gotta drop a bomb for that joint. Relax, man. Relax. One of the funnest records, just a party record. You know what I'm saying? But it gives you that classic vibe, classic feeling. Breeze, this is another record that you came out with and you pitched to me, my brother. Yo, word is that you had 3 verses on that shit though, bro. That's true.
That's true. That's true. I started on the third verse. But I gotta give it to you, man.
I
I'm
had to come
glad
through. I
that
had to come through and crush it real quick, man.
you crushed
I
it.
was like, let's
You
get that
did it.
verse out of there. Let me get in there, bro. Pause. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
All
Yo, break down this record though, man. Like, how'd you
right.
even come up with this record? Because this is something different, man. This is like I said, some old school feel good type of shit, man. Break down this joint.
All
How'd you
right.
come up with
So
this, man?
basically, how I came up with Relax is like I heard the beat, right? Yeah. Like, so it's like you hear those like those chords and stuff like that, like, you know what I mean, going through like those bells and stuff. So like I felt like, yo, this is a very tropical, very, like, you know, summertime feel, like you at the beach, you know, you just relaxing. And I was like, man, let me kick my feet up and write this verse. And I was like, oh, kick your feet up, like that's a chorus right there. So like I remember when I was listening to it, I kind of started reminiscing about, you know, Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff Summertime, that summertime. Like I envisioned it. Like, you know, being at a barbecue, being at a reunion or something like that with the sun just beaming. So so you hear it, kick your feet up. If you like my boy Physic and Rima, you gotta say roll the weight up. Like you see Physic right now, you see what he's doing right now. Like, you know, that's what it is. That's how he relaxes. Like you like A1, you got licked by the leader. Maybe you want little drink or something like that. Maybe you want a little, you know, little something, whatever, you know, with a little chaser in it and whatnot. You know, maybe that's how you relax. But even if you don't have to smoke, you don't have to drink, but anything you do is make sure that you're in a cool situation where you're just, you know, me relaxing.
Yeah, man. Relax, man. Definitely one of my favorite ones. We got a lyric video coming out for that really soon, and we definitely got a lot more to do, man. But that record, man, I gotta give a quick story about that record, bro. Cause I remember you came, you pitched that record to me. Shit was fire. So that shit just made me like, it just inspired me at the moment that I was like, you know what, I gotta do this real quick. I went in there, recorded my verse, and then I remember DJ Manners used to always come around. Shout out to DJ Manners. He used to always come around, always be in the mix. And he used to always walk around doing these scratches. You remember that shit, bro? He used to always, yeah, like always,
Yeah.
yeah, just like that, right?
Yep, yep.
You taught him that, ain't you, bro? You taught him that.
I kind of told him like, he used to sound like abba, like I sound like a baby or whatnot. But like, but he improved. He better than me now. He better than me now with that.
Yeah, nah, and so that like once we did the record, bro, I remember like, yo, there's something missing in this song. Like, what the fuck is missing? And like I said, he used to always walk around doing the mixing. So I remember we told him like, yo, bro, just get in there, just hop on, man, just see what you just come up with, man. I don't know if you remember, bro, but this nigga went in there and just one take, just on some organic shit, boom, on some like if like you like it sounds like a real DJ doing some real mixing, you know what I'm saying? And this is some shit that he just organically made the sound, and that's what made the hook, and that's what made that record. And to me, that shit, it just enhanced the record even more, man. That song was such a fun record to perform. Every time that we performed it, it was a party. Every time it was just a vibe, you know what I'm saying? Relax, man. Definitely, I gotta give it its flowers. One of my favorite records on this album.
Shout out DJ Madness.
Shout out to DJ Madness. We wish you was up here doing this with us, my brother. Now, we're moving on to Real Recognize Real. You know, it's a this song or this song right here, bro. We just went back to back, pause, but you just went in, I went in. You know what I'm saying? Hook at the end. Like some, like, you know what I'm saying? Give us your take on this, man.
All right, so pretty much like, you know, just the preface or whatever, like the song or whatnot, like anybody out there been in situations where, you know, you used to be cool with certain individuals, like y'all used to be like this, y'all used to be tight, you know what I mean? And for some reason, whatever it is, whether it's your fault, their fault, or both of y'all's fault, y'all just don't kick it how y'all used to. Y'all just don't vibe how you used to. Or you probably just cut them off or whatnot, or they cut you off, or like, you know, y'all just end up separating. That's what this is. Like, you know what I mean? Real recognize real. You know, like, is it for the bread? Is it for the bread you was with me? Is it because, like, you know, I was a great resource to you? Is it because you was with me? Like, is it because you were just using me or whatnot? But who cares, man? You know, we riding with our friends, or we riding with our real homies and stuff like that. And everybody got at least one person that they can ride with. And this is that song for that person. This is that song for y'all.
Facts. Yeah, bro, like that's how I felt too, right? Creating that record, it was one of those songs that was just kind of like a message to those people, you know, to women, to everybody that's been around, but they, you know, they show their true colors, they ain't stick around for a certain reason, you know. It was one of those songs that gave a shot to, you know, those people that, you know, used to stick around, and then they don't believe in you, you know what I'm saying? But then when they see you doing your thing, they out there like, what's good, my brother? It's been a long time. You know what I'm saying? You face that a lot when you do things that you moving up levels. You know, you face people coming around, oh, what's good, my brother? Yo, what up? But where was that energy when, you know, when I was really grinding trying to do this, you know? So that was one of those records that it just, you know, it just spoke what it spoke. You feel me? It just was a record that anybody could relate to. You know, like in my verse, Shorty only stick around because the blunts is so big, you know? Y'all know how that shit be. You know what I'm saying?
And then afterwards, she hits you with the "Hey, big head," after you up.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, it's been a minute, right? But, you know, definitely a great record that, like I said, man, we just went in. You did your thing, I did my thing, and then hook at the end, like just self-explanatory. We just dropping a message, delivering a message. Real recognize real, man. You already know. You heard that saying. You know what I'm saying? Now we moving on to the next record. One of my favorite records, you know what I'm saying? Because once again, we dove into a real story, that shit that really goes on in our everyday. You know what I'm saying? You go outside, you see people outside struggling, sleeping in the streets. you know, but we gave our perspective and our story. You know, Breeze's verse is probably one of my favorite verses that you've ever done, bro.
Really?
Because of the story that you gave. Because it's a
Mm.
real true story that I've seen you come from where you came, and you know you did this verse. Now break this song down for us for a minute. You know, Corners. Like I said, it's a story about homeless people. You know, it's a story about being homeless, and the story of two perspectives of two homeless people. But your story was real. Now break down your story for us real quick, my brother.
Well, I want to say that when I was making the record, it was me reflecting on what I was going through. Like, what I say, it was like my mama's boyfriend called the cops. What the hell? Ended up in the shelter. They ended up in the cell. Family ain't acting like family. Can it be? Friends talking to family, saying I lost my sanity. So that's pretty much a self-explanatory, like, couple bars or whatnot. But basically, my mental health wasn't right at the time. And it ended up landing me in the shelter. And it landed me homeless. It landed me in mental institutions. It landed me in 33rd. If you don't know what 33rd is, that's jail. And and all these things were going on or whatnot. And it ended up me being just stuck in the corner or whatnot, in the corner of life or whatever, having to figure it out. Sometimes you need that downtime. Sometimes God sits you down or whatnot and says, okay, I'm going to put you through this so you can realize that it can be like this. Because I didn't think maybe like when I was in high school that I would be in that situation that I was after college. You know what I'm saying? And, I don't want to get long-winded, but, basically, I was homeless. And I was in a halfway house or whatnot. And Physic came through and he said, yo, come live with me. And like you said, Physic and Stefan gave me the real deal. Like you hear that at the end of my verse. Like, they really came through, especially Physic, gave me a place to stay, let me recalibrate myself. So it's in the verse.
Bro, that's exactly what I felt like it was, and what was needed was that you needed to, recalibrate. Like you said, that's the best word that has, bro. It's the best word. I felt like the music was missing. You was going on through there was so much shit going on in your life that you needed a way to focus. And I said, nah, man. I used to tell Stefan all the time, DJ Manners, bro, all he needs is to be around us, be around his peers, and be around this music. And you guys are hearing what came out of that, you know what I'm saying? The story, the back story. My brother was going through what he was going through. And we decided, I said, fuck it, man. Even though I had a newborn and everything, I said, nah, my brother, nobody's helping my brother. My brother needs this guidance, which is why I was there for my brother. I said, man, let's lock in, come stay with me, and let's get busy. Like I said, we created over 30, 40, 50 records. These are the 8 that I felt were the best to, put out. But this is what happened. This is what came from that experience, you know what I'm saying? Now, let's take a quick intermission, you know what I'm saying? Because right now we about to move on to the next record, number 7, which is called Middle Fingers. And we actually got a little promo, a little trailer for y'all because we about to release this video. So this is Physic and Breez, Middle Fingers. Here we go, man. Check this thing out. This shit sound right, man. This one right here. It's for all them haters, man. Fuck 'em, man. I ain't worried about it. Don't let nobody discourage you, man. Don't let nobody take you out your hustle. Never. That's why you gotta get it, man. Better gon' hit me with about 50 them clips, boy. Cause a nigga been out here grinding like the clips, boy. Fuck you thinking, bitch, I'm out here on my shit, boy. And if I send me, only send me here to destroy.
Y'all wanna see the bag, gotta run it. I'm slicing crane competition like it was an onion. VVS got these bars casting like it's PBS. See success, they line you up, watch how it's getting DVS.
I've been really out here on my lonely. And I
Ain't got time for none of these fake friends. I've been really out here grinding like I'm Tony. But these niggas really tryna see my end. Middle finger to these haters, I be smirking. Laughing to the bank, you see me cashing out. All these haters, yeah, these niggas really lurking. Try to take me, niggas better bless me out.
Yeah, my brother, that middle finger, man. Listen, it's like a mini movie, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like a mini movie. You know what I'm saying? Close shots, like, bro. I had a lot of fun filming this, and I want to give a special thanks and a big shout out to Michael Kendrick for coming through. You know what I mean? For your parts, bro. Like, let's give him a little backstory of this, man. Like how you know Michael Kendrick, bro, somebody that's been around for a minute. You know, great artist. You know, great photographer. You know what I'm saying? Tell us a little backstory about Michael Kendrick, bro, because he really came through in the clutch, man. Big shout out to my brother, man.
So like Michael, me and Mike, like we go back 99, 2000 or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was just a little kid or whatnot. You know, we used to legit for real. And like we used to play video games and stuff like that. Like we used to play like Street Fighter, Soul Calibur, you know, Killer Instinct, stuff like that. But anyway, like he's an artist. He's really an artiste. Like he draws very well. Like, you know, he sketches and do all that. And he loves the camera. So I remember me and Fizz was like wondering like who I was gonna use to do my videography. And like, you know, and I remember I called up Kendrick. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm trying to, you know, get this video started, stuff like that. He was like, yo, man, I got a camera. Like, you know, and I was like, oh, word? He's like, yeah, I got 2 cameras. And I was like, yeah, I got 2 cameras and 2 tripods. And he just being the selfless person that he is, he actually like he's a chef. He left work like mad late, picked up his daughter, like, you know what I mean, sent her to a babysitter, came through for your boy late at night and started filming me, man. So yeah, man, Kendrick, man, I got you for life, my G.
Facts, man. Much appreciated, man. So, you know, co-producer of that video, co-director, Michael Kendrick. You know, make sure you go follow him. You know his ads, don't you?
Yeah. So it's Captain Kendrick. So that's KAPTAIN KENDRICK.
Yeah, we'll put it on the description, man. Make sure you check out Michael Kendrick, good brother, you know, big supporter of our music from day one. You know, I remember he came through in the studio one time when we was recording, and I think we might have kicked a little freestyle or something like that, but, you know, we went through, man, like, he always came through with some good vibes, good energy. So big shout out to Michael Kendrick, man. The backstory of that, I remember I was in a pocket, right? The backstory of when I created this song, I was in a pocket, bro. This is during the pandemic, a lot of shit going on. You know, we locked down. My brother hits me. He's like, bro, come to the crib, come stay out here. You know, we gonna lock down, whatever. I stayed in quarantine for like 30-something days, right? But I was over there at my brother's, and I was just in a pocket during that quarantine, just making records left and right. Around this time, bro, I'm going to kick it a stack. Around this time, you know, I kind of started getting bored of just sitting there writing, you know, writing on my phone, writing rhymes or writing, you know, on the pen and pad. And I was like, man, I need to elevate myself. Let me figure out a new way to create records. And no bull, bro, I just did, you know, that punching technique really on that record. And I just came in, punched in, and middle fingers what came to be. Around that time, I was going through a lot of shit as well, and you know, people was doubting me. I had people in my circle that I thought were really good people, but they really weren't, you know, would give me bad advice or would just come through and just give negative energy. You know, Middle Fingers was really a record for that. You know, was for the time that I was going through, for the people that I was around, and it was just self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying? Fuck these haters, man. You know, it's really what it is, man. And I appreciate you coming through, because like I said, that was a record that, yeah, even though it was something different from the Broken Drive, you know, it was one of those songs that I felt like was a piece of the puzzle that was missing to this album. And, you know, we delivered. We delivered, you know what I'm saying? Middle finger, you know what I'm saying? About to get some middle finger teas and all that. You feel what I'm saying? Now, we about to move on to the last and final record, Time. Time is one of those songs. Like I said, we made this. back in 2012, 2015, right? Time is one of those songs that it is exactly what it says. Time.
Bad
It's also
abstract.
time. You know what I'm saying? That's one of those records
Physic,
that never
Breez.
get old, at least in my opinion.
Let's give it to 'em real.
Another record that you brought through.
I think it's about time that I'm next.
Yo, give us a backstory to the record Time, my brother.
All right, this is yeah. So basically, I like it. All starts with the beat. All starts with the beat, and as soon as the beat drops, my mans and my ladies, like it's the bass. Like when that bass hits, boom, 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 yeah, boom, 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 boom. Like it just just shakes the room or whatnot. So it's like, you know, it can start off a record or it can end a record. So we thought we was gonna end the record with this or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all vibing. It gives that not necessarily old school vibe, but it takes you to a place when music was like the culture was vibrant or whatnot. The culture was like, you know, everything was moving and stuff like that. Things were live or whatever. You know what I mean? It sounds like a live, like it could be a live song or something like that. Mm-hmm. And basically, like I think it's about time that I'm next. Check. The rhyme like a Tribe Called Quest. Check. You can flex, gossip or text. Yes, but I refuse to be slept on like a hammock. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
damn,
so it's like
vexed. That shit was fire.
So it's like when I said that, I was kind of frustrated or whatnot. I was kind of frustrated that, you know, like we weren't in the game, we weren't where we wanted to be or whatnot. But we gotta persevere, we gotta cut through, we gotta break that brick door or whatever that's holding us back or whatnot. So it's like I did that, and Physic heard it, man. Physic, how you felt when you heard it? Like, cause the verses was finished.
Yeah, you had the two records once again, like how you did with Relax. You had the two verses completed. You know, I thought you was done with the song, but once again, man, this was one of those songs that when the beat came in and that bass dropped, it was just a powerful record. And then the message that you was sharing and speaking about was a powerful, you know, message that I felt like I could relate to. So, you know, Time comes on, man, and you know, I just kept it real since the day I started. No gimmicks. Been writing scriptures calling us the prophet. No, what is it? No Christian. Going harder, not the modern artist. We gifted. Music in my blood and everything is injected with the feeling that you can't imagine. The best hit ain't drug related. It is just a passion. My flesh here ain't even got no time to fucking mac it. I'd rather be up in the lab cooking them recipes when people hit instant relaxing. No swerving, better fasten. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in the men in black
tip. Driving on the... What is it? Driving
on the cylinder while these rappers stuck in traffic.
Blacklist, giving doses of that vitamin. You know what I'm saying? Sipping OEs, got me quickly DUIing it. But like Bree said, it's about that time and like the purest of lines.
So right, gotta rock these rhymes with this calligraphy, delivery, metaphors and similes.
Keep it real forever, never stealing y'all
identities. Like I had to say the whole thing. That shit was
you feel
fire.
Me? That was just one of them. You know, like we real, you know what I'm saying? We real authentic artists, you know what I'm saying? Real niggas that go through real shit, you know? And it just one of those songs that, like I said, man, my everything just bled on that bit. You know what I'm saying? Everything just bled on that. One of my favorite records too, man. Like I said, bro, we delivered a beautiful like culmination of music, and you know, I felt like we delivered, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the music, you know, and now it's time to elevate it and put it out even more to the people, you know. So this is why we doing this, you know what I'm saying, breaking down the whole album.
Like, we got to bring it back like to the chorus, because it's basically letting you know who we are, whatever. Like, this is the definition of hip-hop. Yo, 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 let me rock. The definition of hip-hop, just let me go to your nearest spot. Give it to you real, bringing full mass appeal. Like, you know, like it's like, you know, like, and it's not like we're saying that like we're the best and everybody else is bad or whatever. It's saying that we're an addition to this culture, you know. We're an addition to hip hop. So it's like, you know what I mean, giving it to you real, like giving it to you authentically the way we can only bring it, you know, giving full mass appeal. Like, you know, we're gonna touch the masses or whatnot, like, you know, later on or whatnot, you know what I mean? But we're just gonna give it to you the only way we can. Physic and Breez.
Physic and Breez, man. You know, little quick backstory. Shout out to my brother Jose Nova, my brother Bad Abstract all day, my brethren. You know, this right here, what you're looking at is the original Bad Abstract. You know what I'm saying? So people, those, you know, shout out to my Bad Abstract fans and my people that been following us, following me, following Nova through the years. You know, this is the origins right here, man. If this didn't happen, you know, y'all would have never got the Nova Physic, you know, combination. Even though me and Nova been brothers for years, I think I probably even know Nova a little bit longer than I know you. But you know, that's my brother for years. Him and I said, you know what, let's click, bro. Let's do some music, because him and I have been making music for years, like little records here and there. But it just hit, and I was like, man, let's get this thing going together. Boom, you know, Abstract Planet, you know. But if, like I said, if it wasn't for my brother Breeze, you know, Bad Abstract, that probably name would have never even been a thing. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to my brother Breeze. Big shout out to my brother Jose Nova. Big shout out to my young shooter 2-Line, because we about to get him going too, man. That boy hungry, boy.
That boy is hungry. Shout out to him.
But anything else you want to tell the people? You know, you want to drop your ats and all that, my brother?
Yeah. So basically, you know, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music, that's BREEZ, no E at the end. So I'll say it again. BREEZ. All right, word. All right. Breezishiphop. On Instagram, on Snapchat, on Spotify, on Apple Music is Breezishiphop. So yeah, Breezishiphop.
Breezishiphop, man. We get, you know what I mean? Giving it to y'all live, man. And once again, I am your host, Physic Vision. You know what I'm saying? You just tuned in to some Tlk'N Madness, man. You know what I mean? We about to be having more segments, more interviews, more episodes, man. Let's keep this thing rocking. My brother, thank you for joining me. You know what I'm saying? I think we broke down this album right, and now it's your turn as the audience, as our people, as our peers. Go check out the Broken Drive streaming on all DSPs, man. We out this bitch.